What's going on, Simulings? Chris here from AppSumo, and today I'm excited for another product walkthrough webinar. Today we are joined with Announcefly. So Announcefly is a platform that helps you manage feature requests, get customer feedback, and keep everyone up to date. It's available on AppSumo right now for free, so you can get your hands on this for free, which is awesome. We're super excited that Reese and his team brought this to us. Very cool. We're going to be walking through it in just a minute. Two quick things for y'all. One, if you miss anything or have to pop out early, we will be sending out a recording of the replay later. So don't worry about missing anything. Don't try to record it on your screen. We got you. You can watch it as many times as you like at that point. Next up, if you have any questions about Announcefly, you can drop those in the Q&A box below the video, and we'll circle back to those towards the end of the video. But that is all I have. Reese, thank you so much for hopping on and joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me, and thank you for everyone that tunes in during and after the webinar.
Awesome. Well, I will turn it over to you. You got your screen share pulled up. I'm going to turn off my video, and you are good to run with it, man.
Awesome. Yeah, so thank you for joining us. So my name is Reese Lyons. I'm the founder and CEO of Announcefly. And basically what we do at Announcefly is we help companies figure out what to build next. So as a company, we're a product development suite. So we've got a full-scale product development application where you can build roadmaps, you can build changelogs, anything that you want to use to get direct customer feedback, get upvotes, subscriptions from your users, and really figure out what to build next. So the reason we went with AppSumo as a kind of a launch partner for the freebie was that we've been working really, really hard on the full suite of applications, and we didn't feel a lifetime deal was the right option for us to launch. So we decided to go down the freebie route, give you a kind of a taster of the platform that would give you enough value to maybe drive up a bit of interest. You could use the Changelog tool in whatever business you're working on. And then if you did want to kind of work with us on a more, unlock the full suite of applications, we've got a really nice 50% discount for all Sumolings. So let me just jump straight into a demo, because I know there's been quite a few questions and that kind of thing on the forums, how to get set up, where the value is, and all that kind of thing. So we'll jump straight in with a demo. So if I click on, so what I've got here at the moment is the AppSumo registration page. I filled in some basic information such as a company, first name, last name, email address, and I've entered in the AppSumo code. From here, we'll just click redeem freebie. And while that's getting set up, just to let you know, we've got near 24/7 live chat support throughout the duration of the campaign. So if you've got any questions at any time or anything's not clear, please do reach out to us over live chat, and we'll be able to help you. So the first step of the onboarding process is basically just to tell us what kind of a company we are, and we use this to kind of help with any customer support, or help you kind of get set up to understand your business. So if I choose a company type, so SaaS, for example, hit save and continue, we're then presented with the room builder. So think of a room like a brandable workspace or an area where you can put topics. Topics can be feature ideas, bug requests, or anything that you want to work on, whether that's internally or with your team. Just to clarify, the Changelog widget included in the freebie does include collecting customer feedback and user feedback. There's been a little bit of confusion around that, so I'll give you a demo a little bit later of how that works, how you can actually go about collecting direct customer feedback. So what we'll do from here is we'll give the room a title. The freebie includes one free private room. So we'll use something like feature requests, and then we can give it a description. So this room is for feature requests. And then in the freebie, we've disabled the toggle for making it public. The use case of a public room is basically like a public roadmap. So if I show you what that looks like, if I go to our one, we use public rooms can basically have loads of different purposes, but for us, we use it as our public Announcefly roadmap. So for example, we can share what upcoming features we have with our users, and then they can leave upvotes, so we can know what features to prioritize. So our development team, myself, can then invest resources in releasing this feature, as opposed to maybe native, more native integrations or other things that haven't got as many votes. So that's one of the key metrics for tracking user demand and that kind of thing. But I won't touch too much upon that. We'll stick to the kind of realms of what's included in the freebie for this webinar. So I will click on the Create Room button once I'm happy. Give that a few seconds, and then from here, of course, we can include our team at a later stage if we wanted to upgrade. But for now, we'll just stick with the one user. Hit Finish Setup. Got the nice little GIF from Silicon Valley. If anyone's a fan of that show, it's a nice little homage to that show, which is one of my favorites. So from here, what we've got is the first step of onboarding, where we basically get to see the dashboard. So if I start the actual tour, I would really urge anyone who is using Announcefly or signed up for Announcefly just to go through the tour, listen to the onboarding, because we spent a lot of time setting all of that up and creating videos, and 100% of the live chat requests we've had come in where people aren't too sure how to get started. A lot of them have skipped the onboarding, which kind of guides you through and shows you how to get set up. So please do take notice of this. So if I hit Start Tour, we get a little kind of walkthrough of what some of the cards mean on the dashboard. So things like total comments, that's kind of like a feedback commenting system we have as well. Different sourcing options, of course. And then overriding votes, which I might touch upon later. So this is what the dashboard looks like. At the moment, it's pretty bare bones, nothing too exciting going on there because we haven't actually set anything up. But this is a great place to track any kind of metrics, comments, topics, all of that kind of thing that you can produce in Announcefly. So from here, we will get started by clicking the Setup button on the AppSumo card. And from here, we've got a really nice welcome video, which I won't play the whole thing because you can obviously do that in your own time. Once we've watched that, it basically explains exactly what a room is, but just to kind of reiterate that, a room is a workspace or a board where you can have as many topics as you like. The freebie includes unlimited topics. Each one of those topics can be a feature idea, a bug, or an idea that you're working on, anything that you want to present to your customers. A great use case is if you have an active blog, you can use a topic to be a blog title, and then when you push that, when you publish that blog article, you can then push that topic to the changelog, and it will notify everyone who is interested in that blog article title or who follows your business that that new piece of content is out. So I'll explain a little bit more about that in a second. So we'll hit I finish watching, and then this is really the only big button that you need to pay attention to for the freebie. So this is where you can create the changelog widget, and then if you follow the full onboarding, it tells you a little bit more about some of the other elements on the page, what they do, how you create topics, and all of that kind of thing. So we'll hit finish just to skip that. So the changelog widget itself, I'll show you what that looks like just to give you a quick demo. So the idea behind Announcefly and the changelog widget specifically is to let you communicate directly with your customers or even potential customers about anything that you are working on, any products you're releasing, any features you're releasing if you're a software company, if you're having a sale, if you've got any general announcements, or you're launching a new webinar. And what it lets people do is submit feedback on those items, but it also lets them subscribe to your business. When I say business, it means subscribe to the room. So if you're an accounting firm, for example, they can subscribe to your accounting firm by clicking a really simple button. And then from there, what they can do is basically follow everything. And then as soon as you ship maybe a new feature or a release, everyone who subscribed to it will be automatically notified. So what I'm going to do is give you a kind of overview of how to set up the changelog in a website. We actually use Webflow for our web design tool. You may or may not know that, depending if you've done some digging into some of the technologies that we use. But to get started, I will give you a introduction. So if we hit the Create Changelog widget, what we can then do is we can view the video, which basically gives you a short onboarding walkthrough of how to set it up and answer some commonly asked questions. We'll hit dismiss from there. And then from here, we get presented with the pop-up where we can actually create a changelog. So all we need to do is, let's see if Webflow is going to work for us today. Looks like it is. What we will do is we will go to our website. We will find an element that we want to actually trigger our changelog. So we'll use, let's use this what's new icon up here, this new what's new navigation link up here. We give it an ID. So for example, we can just call it changelog open. We'll copy that text. We will go over to Announcefly, and then we will just paste in changelog text here. And then what that does is it tells Announcefly that when a user clicks this icon on our website, it will open the changelog for us, or whoever's clicking it. So we put that in there. We will keep the changelog animation. If you have any issues with animations not working, some browsers don't support certain animations and that kind of thing. Any issues like that, just untoggle it and it will disable any animations. So once we're happy, we'll just click copy to clipboard, go over to Webflow. We will go to the homepage code. We will paste that in there. So it's just a case of copying and pasting. If you didn't see that, copy and pasting the code here by clicking this green button, pasting that in, and we can see we've got the changelog open text in there. So it means that it's going to be tracking for that button to click, and it's going to open the changelog. So we will hit save. We will give that a few seconds, and we will hit publish. Obviously, we'll change this back after the webinar to our original changelog. Give that a few seconds for Webflow to publish. And then we'll close that down. So while that's publishing, just to give you an overview, so this is what we call a room here. You can get to a room at any time. So when you first log in, you'll be presented with the dashboard. You can access a specific room by clicking over here. So for example, we called it feature requests. We will click that. We will be presented with the room itself, and we can see that because it says feature requests here. And then from here, we can actually add any topics or ideas that we want. So we can just put feature request 1, feature request 2, for example. Anything that we want to add to the changelog, basically. Okay, let's see if Webflow is going to play nice for us and publish. Okay, so it looks like it has. Give that a few seconds to load up. Perfect. So what we've got that happens now is when we click on that what's new button, the changelog will open. Obviously, we've got nothing in the changelog at the moment because it's just a fresh new account that I've created. But just to give you an idea of what you can actually do. So up the top, we've got a few different buttons and icons. So the first one is a subscribe to all updates and changes from this business. Now, if you use Facebook or any kind of social media to give announcements or you send out a newsletter, you might have noticed that the drop-off rate or the open rate but no response is really, really high on those platforms. So the idea with this is to give your users or customers an actual opt-in to get direct email notifications and also push notifications in the browser. We're releasing push notifications in the next couple of weeks. So it's a great way for your customers to keep on board with what you're working on. Any changes that you want to push, they will automatically be notified via email and in the browser. We also have the suggest idea button. If we click that, it brings up this widget here where we can, or our customers can submit any ideas or topic suggestions. And what it does is it can automatically track, once the user has actually put in their full name and email address, it will save that. And whenever they go to contribute again, as you can see, it's tracking my activity because I'm already logged in, but it will track their activity and show who they're tracking as, all really, really nicely. And from here, we can then submit any suggestions, and we can also indicate how important it is to us. This is a great way to track the importance of any topics or suggestions that are coming through. So I'll go back for now and I will close that down. And if we head back over to our room, so the way to add something to the changelog, at the moment, these topics are just internal, i.e. Just myself can see them, until we're actually ready to push this out and make it publicly visible. So for example, if this is if we're a legal agency, for example, and a new law comes into action, we can create a really quick announcement, say what the new law is, we can add it here, and then we can push it to the changelog, and anyone subscribed to our business will automatically be notified of the new law or law change or anything that you're pushing. Again, the use cases for this are pretty endless. You know, we've had some very, very interesting concepts and ideas coming over live chat, but so far we've been able to find a solution for anyone that wants to use this tool for their business. So the best way to push something to the changelog is just clicking this Add to Changelog button here when we're ready. What you can see, it pulls up this pop-up where it will put the feature request to the title of the topic in automatically. We can then give it a description. So we can say whatever the description is, this is a description or this is a new feature. And then from there, we can also add any images or GIFs to the announcement. So if we quickly add one from the desktop, just add a really simple one. Hopefully that won't cause any issues. And then underneath that, we also have the link to blog or help article. So this is a really nice way to basically link to any external resources that may help your customers or your users get up to date with whatever it is you're announcing or you're pushing out. So for example, if you're a software company or a tech company and you're pushing out a new feature, and you've also got a help document for that new feature, we do this a lot. What we do is we add our help documentation link here. So when someone actually clicks on that, they'll be taken straight to the help doc to be told how to set up that new feature that they're announcing. Another great use case, again, if you're an accountant or a lawyer, you can push out an article on your blog. You can then push it out here. So everyone that's subscribed gets notified, and then a direct link to that as well. So after we've done that, we can then give it a indicator. We can say whether it's like an announcement, an update, new feature, a beta feature, a webinar. These are all fully customizable, so you can customize it for your use case. So if you're like a Shopify retailer, you can have like a sale going on or a new product launch that you just started selling. You can create like a sale tag or something like that, give it a color, and then that will then reflect on the changelog. So what I'll do now is I will hit push to changelog, give that a few seconds to load, and then just to touch upon this, if there's any doubt that you're on the freebie or anything's not set up correctly, if you see this AppSumo freebie badge at the top here, you can be kind of rest assured that you're on the correct freebie account. And if you want to have any questions or get a demo, please do reach out to us on the live chat in the lower right corner. So that should have now pushed to the changelog, which it has. We can see here we've got the image. You can add up to 3 images, and then if we click on that, it will obviously enlarge it. It's also added the correct tag, so we added the webinar tag for this one. And then from here, our users can leave a comment. They can subscribe to updates for this individual topic. So this is great for if customers are just interested in hearing updates for 1 or 2 different things from your business, as opposed to the whole, any announcements or anything you push, they can just subscribe to individual topics by clicking this button here. It will then go green for them, Again, it's all tracked to their user account, which they can see anytime here. So there's no, double opt-in or having to sign up for any external accounts. It's all integrated. And then from here, they can, if I'd link to anything, when they click on this, it would then take them to the external article. Again, everything I'm showing you now is included in the freebie. In terms of limitations, you get 1 user account, 200 tracked users. So a tracked user is anyone that subscribes or contributes by leaving feedback. Anything like that counts as a tracked user. Unlimited visitors or page views. So that means you can have unlimited people see the changelog, view it, click on anything. But the limitation is on 200 people actually contributing to it. So that's that limitation there. But if you would like to, upgrade, get the full product suite, we have a 50% off discount scheme. So do feel free to reach out and ask any questions about that as well. But I won't go too in depth about that. So that's how the changelog feature, the changelog widget works on the whole. I will throw it back to you, Chris, now, just to see if there's any questions or anything that's come in at all that we can answer, or anything that's not clear.
No, so far so good. This is great. Any other things you wanted to go over?
Let me just jump back over. So I'm just trying to think of any questions that we had over live chat. I mean, the community's been really great. We've had some really great feedback and some really great positive reviews. But I think generally that is pretty much, in terms of tracking users, if you click on the people tab over here, this is where we break down all of the tracked people in the account. So obviously you get a 200 user limit. But from here, we can see exactly what users have contributed. So if we click on it, we can see their submitted ideas, any comments they've left, any topics they've subscribed to. So we get a full visibility over any contributions that they've made. And then, of course, if we don't want to work with this user anymore, or if they left, or if it's a spam user, we can, of course, archive them as well. If you archive them, it still counts towards the 200 user limit. So only use that for kind of archiving spam users or anyone. And if you do get those, then we're happy to credit you back any kind of spam accounts created if you do experience that. Okay, I think that kind of brings us to an end of the freebie. Just trying to think. Another great use case would be lead generation as well. So if you are pushing out a regular blog or doing webinars, you can use it to capture lead information as well, because of course these users that contribute to the roadmap or to the changelog, they leave their information, and then we have integrations with Zapier, and we're working on a lot more native integrations as well. So you can push all of that lead information and also topic and contribution information to the project management software of your choice, to your CRM, or if you're handing it off to a developer, if you are crowdsourcing feature ideas, you can push it straight off to Zapier and then handle it in any other software that you want to. So it's a completely open system. We do integrate with a number of different tools, and we're adding more all the time. If you're coming from Trello, we have a one-click Trello import tool, so you can put in any topics or tasks from there, and then push them to Announcefly and then ship them to the changelog if you want to gather any feedback on them. That's a great use case as well. So yeah, as I say, please do reach out if there's any questions or any issues, but do take note of the onboarding system and the help documentation that we provide. Help docs that are linked throughout the platform, so just give it a click and we will show you how to get set up, things like WordPress, Webflow, other tools, and all of that kind of thing. So yeah, that brings us to the end of the quick run through.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to go through this. Simulings who are on here, again, you can pick up Announcefly on AppSumo right now. It is for free for this freebie that we just walked through. Again, it's appsumo.com appsumo.com/Announcefly. You can check it out there. If you guys have any questions about the tool or want to leave a review or comments, you can do that on the AppSumo deal page. And Reese, I imagine if they have some questions, you showed how you can reach out to the help center, or they can reach out to you guys directly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, live chat or directly on the AppSumo question and answer page. We're always in there and refreshing. So any questions, let us know there, and we'll be able to help out.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, Reese, thank you so much for taking time out of your Friday to hop on and share this with us. And thank you and your team for doing this deal. I know the Sumolings are super excited. We're really excited about it. So thank you. And I hope the rest of the campaign goes great for you guys.
Thank you. That's great. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, reach out to us at any time. But yeah, thank you for trying us if you do.
Great. All right. Take care. Thanks, Reese. Bye,
Thank you.
Sumolings.